and we're about to dive into some seriously futuristic, maybe even a little sci-fi tech today. We've been hearing about AI changing the game for a while now, but it's hitting different when we're talking about law enforcement. Over in China, they're taking things to a whole new level with this AI humanoid police robot. Yeah, you heard that right, a full-on robot patrolling the streets. It's straight out of a movie, but this is real life, and it's raising some serious questions about where technology is taking us. We're going deep on this one, breaking down everything from the tech specs to the ethical dilemmas. So buckle up, hit that subscribe button, and let's get right into it. First off, let's address the elephant, or should I say, the robot in the room. This isn't some clunky, Wall-E looking thing. This AI police robot is designed to blend in, at least as much as a machine can. Think sleek lines, a vaguely humanoid shape, and cameras for eyes. You know, the works. These things aren't just for show though, they're packing some serious tech under the hood. We're talking facial recognition, license plate scanning, real-time crime data analysis, basically a walking, talking surveillance system. And get this, they're even equipped with non-lethal weapons for crowd control. Right now, these AI officers are deployed in a few cities across China, mostly handling traffic management, patrolling public areas, and responding to minor incidents. But the plan is to expand their presence, and that's where things get really interesting, and maybe a little concerning. Okay, let's be real. There's no way to talk about AI police robots without addressing the ethical elephant in the room. This tech is straight out of a Black Mirror episode, and it's bringing up some seriously complex questions about privacy, bias, and the future of law enforcement. First up, privacy or the potential lack thereof. These robots are basically rolling surveillance hubs, and with China's track record on data privacy, it's understandable why people are feeling a little uneasy. How's that data being used? Who has access to it? Then there's the issue of bias. We've already seen how algorithms can perpetuate and even amplify existing biases in society. So, how do we ensure these AI officers aren't unfairly targeting certain groups of people? And what about accountability? If an AI officer makes a mistake, who's to blame? The programmer? The manufacturer? This isn't some rogue algorithm we're talking about. This is a machine that could potentially have a real impact on people's lives. These are just a few of the questions we need to be asking ourselves as this technology continues to evolve. Because let's be honest, this isn't just a Chinese issue, this is a global conversation we need to be having. Alright, before we spiral into a full-blown dystopian nightmare, let's talk about the potential benefits of AI in law enforcement. Because believe it or not, there are some compelling arguments in favor of these robocops. First and foremost, efficiency. Let's face it, police officers are only human. They get tired, they make mistakes, and they can't be everywhere at once. But AI doesn't need sleep, it doesn't get distracted, and it can process information way faster than any human ever could. This means faster response times, more efficient crime prevention, and potentially even a reduction in human error. Imagine a world where traffic violations are handled swiftly and fairly, where public spaces are constantly monitored for suspicious activity, and where police officers are freed up to focus on more complex tasks. And let's not forget about the 24/7 availability. These AI officers don't clock out at the end of a shift. They're on duty around the clock, providing an extra layer of security and potentially deterring crime before it even happens. So, yeah, while there are definitely some valid concerns, it's important to acknowledge the potential upside of this technology. Okay, time to flip the script back around and talk about the downsides of putting AI in charge of law enforcement, because let's be real, there are some big ones. First up, let's talk about the potential for misuse. We've seen time and time again how technology designed with good intentions can end up being used for less than noble purposes. In the wrong hands, these AI officers could easily become tools of oppression, used to silence dissent and target marginalized communities. Then, there's the whole issue of human judgment, or rather, the lack thereof. Algorithms are great at following rules, but they don't have the same capacity for empathy, compassion, or understanding as a human officer. What happens in a situation that requires de-escalation, negotiation, or simply a bit of common sense? And let's not forget about the impact on human jobs. Automation is already transforming the workforce, and it's only a matter of time before AI starts replacing human police officers. This could lead to mass unemployment, increased inequality, and a whole host of other social problems. So yeah, while AI might seem like the future of law enforcement, we need to be very careful about handing over too much control to machines. So where do we go from here? The truth is, AI is here to stay, and its role in law enforcement is only going to grow in the coming years. The question is, what kind of future are we creating? One possibility is a future where AI enhances human capabilities, assisting officers in their duties and making our streets safer. Imagine a world where AI helps to prevent crime, identify suspects, and provide real-time situational awareness. But there's also the potential for a much darker future, one where AI erodes our privacy, reinforces existing biases, and ultimately undermines our freedoms. A world where surveillance is ubiquitous, dissent is silenced, and our lives are governed by algorithms. The future is not yet written, but the choices we make today will determine which path we take. We need to have a serious conversation about the ethical implications of AI, develop clear guidelines for its use, and ensure that human oversight remains at the forefront of law enforcement. So we've covered a lot of ground today, from the tech specs to the ethical dilemmas. AI police robots are no longer a thing of science fiction. They're here, they're evolving, and they're forcing us to confront some fundamental questions about the future we're building. What do you think? Is AI the key to a safer, more efficient society, or are we opening Pandora's box? Hit me up in the comments and let me know your thoughts. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into the world of tech. Stay tuned.